left undone. How did we get this far? Legacy that we left our sons. What is the price still pay? We've taken hope away. How did we choose to ignore? All of the dreams are washed away. And now you can't undo real alone. And don't act like you don't care. And now you can't bring the mind to see. And don't act like you unaware. I am the blind leading the lost, and I can't find my way. I am the thirsting at all costs, the starving are all they. I am hopeless for answers, the pages are all empty. And I am fearing consequences we refuse to see. And now you can't undo this alone. And don't act like you don't care. I can't bring the blind to see. Don't act like you I'm done. You leave me unaware, unaware. I'm done. You leave me unaware, unaware. I'm done. You leave me unaware, unaware. You can't undo this alone. Don't act like you don't care. You can't bring the blind to see. Don't act like you can't undo this alone. And don't act like you don't care. And you can't bring the blind to see. Don't act like you Don't act like you What is the price they'll pay? Why have we taken it all away? Alone, undone, and unaware.
What's happening?
Good evening, everybody. We were just listening to some Field of Grey. It was digging that. That was very cool. And before then, we had some gross reality going on.
And what about before that?
I have short-term memory loss. We were running our mouths too much.
Starting the show off with Drayton Road, Curse of Bob Barker, baby. They got the coolest band, not band, they got the coolest song names. They got a new album coming out pretty soon. Brent the singer and them, I'm sure, will be on to do that. They're great friends of the show, but I hope they went the same route that they always do. And they like I said, they come up with the greatest song titles. What?
Well, the Curse of Bob Barker, is it the Bob Barker from The Price is Right fame?
Man, I don't even know.
The Bob Barker Corporation from Fuquay.
I don't even know. It probably has something to do with The Price is Right, you know. But you never know with these guys because you also have Coconut Donut, Cleveland Steamer.
Well,
that speaks for itself.
Yeah.
If you don't know, go look it up. But you might want to make sure no one's around.
Not safe for work, and don't let your kids see it. Because and whatever you do, don't ask for a Cleveland Steamer.
No, definitely not. See, because I'm not ashamed to say I didn't know what it was. When I first started playing the song.
Yeah,
and I can't remember what I was doing, but I typed it in I might have even typed in Drayton Road, Cleveland Steamer. I don't know. But all the stuff started coming up. I'm like, what the hell am I looking at?
Yeah.
You nasty motherfucker.
Yeah. Right now, there's all kinds of people at home Googling Cleveland Steamer going, oh, damn it. Why did I do that?
Yeah, no, I got some people with it already
Yeah.
a while back. But yeah, Drayton Road, love you guys. You know that. I talk about you all the time. Even though Brent the Singer's gay. But, it's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Right?
If that's how you roll, that's how you roll.
So I mean, that's what I got out of our interviews anyway.
Well,
and you'll find out we have very interesting interviews.
That's all good.
We start talking about their music, and then it just takes a total left turn, man.
Well, that's when you really get to know what someone's about.
Well, somehow it always gets into some weird gay stuff all the time. I don't know what it is about Brent the Singer when he comes on here, but that's what it always turns into, and I'm just as guilty.
Yeah. Well, a lot of conversations always seem to revert to bodily functions like pooping, and then it goes to sex. So it's either shit or sex.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah.
Thanks, Drayton Road.
Way to go, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for making me look stuff up, though. It educated me.
Yeah.
I like it. Did you ever find out where Field of Grey was from? I forgot.
I didn't get a chance to look them up. I was taking some notes. But I did find the dates for the Eitla tour.
Yes.
And where they're going in Europe.
No, you got it wrong. You got it wrong.
Eitla.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the Jamaican the Jamaican cover version of Eitla. Their tour is going to be running from March 30th to April 8th. And check this out. They're going to be in Berlin, Germany, Stargard, Poland, Eisben, Germany, Aalen, Germany, 2 A's, Len, Germany, Zurich, Switzerland, Innsbruck, Austria, Glockau, Germany.
Do they not have dates?
They do.
What if people from around here want to go, man?
Road trip. Well, if you want the dates.
They got to get on the calendar. They got to put the dates on their calendars, dude.
Get on Facebook.
It's kind of a long drive and flight.
It is a bit of a trip. They're also going to the Czech Republic for a couple dates and then finishing up in Germany. Man, that's badass that they got an American tour doing it on their own dime over there.
Yeah.
Bringing the music to the masses in Eastern Europe.
Now, one thing I want to ask Eric when he's on February 17th, people, so like I said, mark your calendars, is why don't they do something like that here in the U.S.? Why do you think?
I think, in general, the European audiences are more receptive to music they don't know and of different types.
Yeah.
That's why you see all those whacked out festivals that used to have like Joe Cocker and Iron Maiden and like Celine Dion.
Well, there is. I've heard about that where like bands would go to Europe, bands from America, go to Europe, play their shows, sell their CDs, and then they would come back home and then find out 6 months later they're freaking huge.
Yeah, like
in Europe,
like the CD went gold and they didn't know about it.
Yeah. And then we need you back, and you're playing in Europe. You're playing to tens of thousands of people, and you come back to America, you're playing to tens.
Yeah, that's the way it rolls a lot. Europe is like that. Japan is like that as well. There's bands that go do 6 shows in Japan, and they get huge and get on the radio and come back here. They don't hear anything about it. And then suddenly, they're getting loads of cash from Japan on CD sales.
Yeah, you say it like Japan. Another friend of the show, The Fifth, they went out and did a tour in Japan.
I remember that. They did that on their own dime, and they did really well.
Man, I was so jealous. That's one of my problems, man. I get so jealous over some of these bands, especially now. Like I said, I'm at the age now, I can admit stuff, and it doesn't bother me. I don't care what anybody thinks. I get jealous at some of these bands and how they write, dude. I mean, I used to be able to write. I was a good songwriter.
Yeah. And
as I've gotten older, not so much anymore. And I think a lot of it's because I'm mature. I don't have nothing to really write about. And I used to write about a lot of, I wrote in a lot of innuendos.
Right.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll. That's what all my songs were about. Getting in trouble, puking in dumpsters, sleeping in alleys. It's not there anymore. With Jazz the Pooligans, as a matter of fact, I literally ran out of stuff to write.
Yeah. Well, you're speaking lyrically?
Lyrically,
yeah. I was never much of a lyricist. Musically speaking, I write better things now than I ever did. Thank you. And
it's a show thing. I don't burp that much until I'm here on air.
you stick a microphone in front of you and just go wild.
Man, I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah.
Well, it might be the beer.
That could be it.
Because really, I don't drink beer unless I'm doing the show.
Yeah.
Because it's Doug the Viking, man. He's a bad influence.
And I told him if he wants me to come back, they just got to have beer, and he does, and I'm back.
It's coffee beer. It's fancy beer.
It is. It is. Where is this? Highland. This is from Asheville. It's good. Thunderstruck coffee pour.
Thunderstruck, baby. I wish I had the tune.
You like that?
What, the song?
Yeah.
No, but it goes with Thunderstruck the beer, dude.
Well, it does, but I hate that song.
I can't stand that whole album. Be honest with you, I am a Bon Scott guy.
Yeah, I like AC/DC version 1, and then the first 2 albums with Brian Johnson. But after that, they kind of just did the same album over and over, and
yeah, kind of like a lot of bands that
made a living out of it.
Made billions of dollars.
Must be nice.
Nickelback.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's another band. You heard one, you heard them all. But see, now again, I'm at the age. I don't care. I don't care what you think.
well,
I'm talking to you out there. That's going to judge me for saying this right now. I'm talking to you. There's some Nickelback songs I like. Kiss my ass. I like it. I mean, call them sellouts. Man, they're selling all the way to the freaking bank. Because that's the thing that gets me when these people call these bands sellouts.
Yeah, they sell out every seat in the house every night they play. Yeah.
And they put on a good show. I saw them live in Raleigh at Walnut Creek.
Right.
Great freaking show. It was an awesome show. It was a lot of energy. Even if I didn't like half the set,
Yeah.
it was a lot of energy and it entertained me.
Yeah.
That. What's his name say? Shot himself in the face. Singer for Nirvana.
Oh, Cobain?
Yeah, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah. Dude,
entertained me.
I have to admit, man, I never did like, and I actually kind of grew to hate Nirvana.
I never liked Nirvana.
I
was never a Nirvana fan. I was just trying to quote him, Doug.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that was a quote. I thought you were just
it was part of the song, part of one of their songs,
invoking the corpse of Kurt Cobain to entertain you.
What's sad is I couldn't remember his damn name.
Yeah,
all I remember is he shot himself in the face. But I couldn't remember Kurt. How can you forget Kurt Cobain?
Yeah. Well, actually, man, I don't know if he did it himself. I personally think Courtney Love killed him.